Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm here with part number 5 of our 2-Point Campus playthrough series, and we are going to be looking in today's episode to make our very first campus, Freshley Meadows, a 3-star campus, and then hopefully be able to leave here with a well-polished design. But of course, in the previous installment of this series, which if you haven't already watched, you can click on the card in the top right hand corner of the screen, but last time out we continued to renovate and design our campus. We completed our first building and then did the same over here with our second building, and then after that we went over to the exterior of our campus and nicely spruced this area up. But then, towards the rear of the previous video, we were met with quite the setback, as after upgrading our scientography course to level 4, which we have to upgrade a course to level 4 to achieve this 3-star campus, we were then met with the objective to go and build another scientography class. So we had to then go and extend this building outwards to then place a scientography class, which then of course managed to ruin the exterior a little bit too. So we're going to try and resolve that at the start of today's episode. So without further ado, let's get into it, and we are going to start today by hopefully expanding our building a little further. I think we only need to go one line further outwards. That should certainly do. We're going to accept that, and that will be hopefully sorted fairly soon if we start to move forwards. A tad taking a little while to be constructed, but then once we've managed to do this, we can move that staff room further back, and then as a result we will be able to move our scientography class further back. A bit of a setback, but we are not going to let that ruin our 3-star, hopefully, campus, and we'll be getting to see whether we get that 3-star towards the end of today's video. Of course, we'll be getting stuck into year 3 today, and hopefully by the end of it we will have 10 graduating students and another 9 grade A classes. So we've got quite a few challenges to try and fulfill. Hopefully we'll be able to complete all of them today, and then as a result we will have that much wanted 3-star campus award. Certainly what you aim for in the 2-point games, especially, 2-point hospital. You'd aim to make it a 3-star hospital. We are doing the same in today's episode just to make it a 3-star campus. We do have rather a large area over here. As I'm sure you can see throughout the campus, we haven't left any really massive areas. So we may have a look to try and place a couple of benches over here, as you do. I did have a fountain, but it was making it a tad cramped, so I think we'll just go with a design like that. Not too much, but it certainly is going to add to the whole campus. We'll place a plant on either side. We do love our plants in our 2-point campus playthrough, to say the least. But now we've sorted that out, we've got the interior area sorted. Unfortunately, we do have a weird corridor to the staff room, but it kind of does corner it off from the rest of the students, which may actually be quite a welcome thing for our staff. They can escape from all the students and all the madness incurring in our campus. We are now going to have a look to place a few more benches outside, of course, along this wall. Not too much happening at the moment, so we can add a couple of benches on this side. We could go with one there, and then we'll put another one over here, and then on the other side we can go once again with a few more of these benches. Of course, we want some of these, and that will certainly nicely just start to spruce things up a little bit. We're going to go for a tree no, we're not going to go for a tree potentially. We are going to have a look at just leaving a bit of a gap there. We might put a bin, and then we'll go for one more. We may end up moving this one along too. It really is so fun on the 2-point games to just decorate and have fun moving things around in your campus, exploring and seeing what you can really do, because you can really take your campus places, to say the least. We'll put a bin over there, and then we do have this sort of an area with not much going on, but that is like you can get round to our fantastic rose garden. Love and relationships will be blossoming there. We'd love to see a rose garden or two. We've also got a few love benches, which we have to have too in our campus. Lovely to see. We've also got one of these, a tree bench over here with love benches wrapping around it. There is not much better than that, to say the least. We're going to try and pick up our statue over here, and then we're going to go ahead, just copy a couple of these, spin them round, place them like so, and then we're going to be able to potentially just pick this up, move this slightly further along, but I do want to move our benches across a little bit. We really do like these installations with our campus, and we are going to continue to create these. Let's not sell that. That's not exactly what we want to go and do. Let's go and place one like so, and look at this. This is really coming along nicely. We've got some nice outdoor spaces over here too. And now what we have to do is have a quick think about what we want to do in terms of splashing the kudos. Usually you splash the cash. We are going to try and splash the kudos here. We're going to go with a ramen kiosk for 100 kudos, and then we're going to accompany that with the smoothie kiosk for 100 kudos. We are splashing out the kudos, and as a result, we can go ahead and we can sell one of our hot dog kiosks, and we can do the same with one of our coffee kiosks, and then as a result, we can get stuck into the ramen action. Over here, we'll place that kiosk like so, and then we'll get in there with the smoothie kiosk to complete this section of kiosks. Look at that. You can have quite the lunchtime over there in our campus, and then we do have some space to have a look at potentially either over here or over there, going for some different kiosks. I think we'll keep those two like that over there, and then over here we're going to go and try and add in another one of our ramen kiosks. What an inventive idea. You know, it's not the normal sort of thing, which we love to see. Absolutely fantastic. And then over here, we do have our two kiosks inside. We are going to go ahead. We're going to go and sell these two. Then we're going to go and place our ramen kiosk and our smoothie kiosk, and then outside in the exterior we do of course have another coffee kiosk and a hot dog stand, which we love to see. And that is pretty much our campus sorted for year number 3. So without further ado, allow me to take you for a bit of a tour. Of course, we have our lovely exterior around here. You enter the campus and then you head all the way upwards into the building. This is our educational building. Of course, we have 3 science labs, 2 virtual normality labs, and 3 lecture rooms plus some toilets over there. Over here in our second building, we have a couple of libraries and, of course, some student lounges. That's where you're going to be going after lesson to complete your assignments and then relax and unwind in our student lounges. And then all the way over here in our third building, we have all of the dormitories, our shower rooms, and a massive canteen. This is no learning, just relaxing for our students, which we love to see, apart from some of these fantastic tables over here. But that is pretty much it then for decorating our campus. We can now begin the new school year. We are going to start next year a level 4 scientography class, and we also have a level 1 virtual normality course. So 12 students virtual normality and 27 students for scientography. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the next academic year, year number 3, and let's begin with it pretty much straight away. Of course, most of our students will be rushing over to our third building. Of course, the first one that we actually went ahead to go and decorate and improve and so on, but jumping into the shower straight away, there's some of our students going for a nap. One of our poshos there, he will be participating in the good old virtual normality course, of course. And over here we've got our janitors walking around trying to maintain things in the building before we get into some learning and the new school year. Of course, we should get into that in September. At the moment, all of our students dashing around here. We don't have many assistants, but I don't want to hire too many assistants. Of course, we are quite low on funds at the moment. In the previous video, we did end up taking out a loan from the Swindles for 100,000. We'll have to try and repay that in today's video, but some of our students already completing their assignments. Look at that, being graded over here. That is really, really cool, to say the least. And in August, we are making quite the profits. That is quite positive, to say the least, and we are nearly ready to repay our Swindles loan. But straight away, let's go and watch some of our classes in year 3, shall we? We've got a virtual normality one going on here. Hopefully this will be an A grade result. That's what we want to see. We've got this massive, weird sci-fi like machine over here. It's called a VR platform. A really, really cool thing to get stuck into. You can see over here, having a go in it. We have Branwen Do Sweet, how are you doing at the moment? Learning rate 82%, not exactly fantastic, but it'll certainly do as long as we get some good grades in this classroom. Seems we need in the toilet there. Sorry about that, mate. And then another student getting stuck into the platform. And then, of course, over here we have our virtual normality computers. Great if there was a bit more of an animation there. Unfortunately, there isn't. Using some hand sanitizer over there. He's just got the bin bag out the bin and put it back in. And there we have it already. From one A grade class, we're up to 5, a C plus over here, but clearly the rest of our classes are absolutely flourishing. We've got our 2 scientography classes and another one over here. Let's see how we are going in this class, of course, as we head past September. It seems this one is over. Our next classes will be heading into October and November. In September, we make a profit of 31,000, and now we can go ahead and repay that loan. Let's do that pretty much straight away. We are going to repay the balance, and there we have it. Look at these though, absolutely spectacular. Seeing the smoke pluming out of them. It does seem we have Wulfric over here. Wulfric Half Moon, fantastic to see him at the moment, doing pretty decent. Quite low health, maybe you should not have too many cheesy gubbins a day, mate. But he's certainly doing well. A learning rate of 120%, and he's on his way to that A+ grade. Of course, it's our scientography class at the moment. Seems playing with our momentum marbles over there. One of our A+ students, of course, Willow Weaver. He is already A+, 91%, 137% learning. He is, of course, a studious student. Fantastic to see. He is really, he's just excelling at school at the moment, which is exactly what we want to see. And we're going to be getting ready for another scientography class in a second. We're expecting a weed infestation, not what we want to see. Hopefully, our janitors will be able to get on top of that, get the weed killer out of the shed, and hopefully sort this out. You can see it's raining, of course, a new feature on this game, which is fantastic to see. You should be able to see our scientography class in action, though. We've got the massive mallet over here whacking the sphere. We've seen this before quite a few many times, and it does not get old, to say the least. Let's bring out our snow cube, it seems, over there. That will evaporate into those stunning snowflakes, exactly what we want to see. Monthly profit, 31,000. Absolutely brilliant. And then over here, it seems that Wulfric is having some fun attacking our sphere. He came into class quite early then, of course, because these guys came in a bit later, and the teacher, so clearly wanting to learn. Fantastic to see Wulfric. We've followed him since episode 1 of this series here at Freshlight, and we are going to continue that. I'm sorry, mate, we are not giving you a veggie kiosk. It's actually Wulfric asking, but I'm sorry, you know, we can't do anything healthy. We cannot do anything healthy at the moment. I've just gone and placed a ramen kiosk and a smoothie kiosk. That's not really healthy, it's more sugary, but still, you know, it's not the end of the world. And campus level 13, which is brilliant to see. An extra 10 course points, which shouldn't make a massive difference, of course, if we can manage to get those 10 A grade classes, and if our students graduate. Now, Bobby Kitten wants that poster. No, we are not going to go for that, but of course our scientography class going well over here, and it's an A, which is brilliant to see, and we are up to 9 out of 10 A classes. Some C's over here. They may, of course, though, be in their very first year at school here. Well, not at school, of course, they'll have had different educational levels before, but this very first year at university, although I do believe this is a college here at Freshlight, so maybe getting that a bit wrong. Can be colleges, you can have universities, plenty of variation at the moment. Over here, we do, of course, seem to be having a bit of a lag at the moment, bit laggy. The refresh rate does drop when it gets quite busy at your campus. Flat flower planter, no mate, I'm sorry, we are not splashing the kudos anymore for items like that. 34,000 in November as a profit, great to see. Scientography Open Day, of course, we'll have some students in. And Thunderballs, I'd love to get that, but I'm afraid I cannot, because we do not have the kudos to go and do that. We've spent it all on our lovely kiosks, and we don't really have enough. Oh my days, what is enough kudos to then go and buy anything else? But look at this. Absolute drama in the library at the moment. All of our students working hard. You can see got some A pluses going on over here. B over there. I love this grading machine. Absolutely spectacular, to say the least. And of course, we've got loads of cubicles in here for our students to study, to work, to complete their assignments or homework, as we call it here in Britain. Personal goal request, Piper McGuffin, Crescent Bench. I'm afraid not. We're not going to go for that. We're not going to go for a neon guitar either. Two-player arcade, no. I know you're not having a family tree. I'm afraid we are saving up the kudos once again, and then we'll have a look in a minute. Come on, mate, don't be sleeping on your table. But A+ over here. Well done, Bobby Kitten. Fantastic to see. You're 2 out of 3 in his virtual normality course, and already at 90%, an A+, and 145% learning rate. What a student, to say the least. Fantastic work, Bobby Kitten, there. And then we should be able to get some more grading going on. I love that machine, and I really do like our library design, of course, really efficient with the space, our scientography open day. Let's see where our new potential students are. We've got one over here. Let's see you, matey. They're not a student, not yet anyway, though they've come to dip their toes. Let's put on a show so that they know before they go. What a lovely poem there. Once it needs a virtual normality bookcase for an assignment. We'll have a look at that. No crazy taxi machines, thank you. 28,000 in December, not too bad. I would love to place our virtual normality bookcase, but I cannot because I don't have enough kudos, and I'm regretting going all out. Science Station for 15 kudos. Yes, we are going to splash the kudos. We're going to go for that. We'll have a look at where we can actually place it, because our science labs aren't the most, well, big, really, considering the amount of stuff that we have in them. So we're going to have to try and sort this out in a second. Of course, our students can stand there in front of the desk. I think we'll go and do that. That should certainly do. And then, what we are going to go ahead and do is, once we've completed, well, we don't have a class in here at the moment, so we'll go ahead, we'll sell that room, then we will go and copy this one over here, and we'll place that over here just so we can resolve any issues that we were having in terms of, because you don't, this is a really good tip, don't try and have to go and place it, even if you change multiple items, don't go and do that, just go and sell the classroom. Although, if you do have a class on at that exact moment in time, I wouldn't advise doing so. Of course, our scientography students over here at the moment, ready to get going. We seem to have a bigger class size here, and our students certainly enjoying playing with, well, that's quite a contraption over there, isn't it, on the table. And now, Meat Wizard Machine wanted. Once again, I'm not going to go for arcade machines at the moment. 2-player game table, 100 kudos. Quite expensive. We're not going to go for that. But we have got an extra 10 kudos there. Decent results. Those students now think of us as an important part of their future after that open day, for better or for worse. Likely the latter. But anyway, they're going to be coming here whether they like it or not at this rate. And into January, we are into the new normal year. Not the new academic year, of course. That begins in August, ends in July. It does depend where you go to. Of course, it can end in August and start in September and so on. But over here, we got some level 4 students, and he also needs a toilet. Thanks for sharing, mate. Meanwhile, Morsel Men Machine, we don't have enough kudos for that, and I'm not getting a posh painting for a posh person. Cell poster in a science lab. Lab work, Wolfric. Am I going to be nice? I'm going to be nice for once. We'll get the cell poster, because that could actually be suppose somewhat beneficial. We'll place that in between those two there, and then we'll do the same over here. Just as I said that you should not go and do this, you could make it a lot easier. We are just going to do this. It's almost easy. We've got quite a few science labs. It's not a massive adjustment, really, is it? We're just placing a couple of posters. These could be, I suppose, quite beneficial for learning. You've got to pick your fights. If you don't want to go and spend something on it, really do not, unless you're going to put yourself in quite a difficult situation, to say the least. You know, you do not want to be running out of too much kudos, because there are always some very important requests. So, of course, we do need to make sure we save up for them. Cheesy Gubbins, that's what our reporter is talking about on the radio, which is fantastic to see. We do potentially need a couple more assistants. We've got 6, which you'd think would be enough, but with the amount of these snack stalls that we have, we could probably do with a few more. We are going to go with Logan Fenton, I do believe. Eric Funkel, one of the options, and she's probably joint worse with Julia Hurt, but we are going to go with Logan Fenton. Costs a tad more, but level 6 library management, what we love to see. I would love him to be working in a library, not in an assistant's sort of kiosk over here, unless that would be a bit of a waste of his library expertise, to say the least. But we are still going well here, and we've done it. 10 A grade classes. We've got an A over here, an A over here. Our scientography class is going well. Still a few B's lingering around, and we have completed another career goal. 32,000 in our January month, and we can now continue along. We just need to reach the end of the year for 10 students to graduate. What we haven't looked at is how is it going over here, and we are playing a round of darts. It does seem that's lovely to see. Unfortunately, they've stopped playing darts. Let's see if there's anyone else. No one else has really gone into darts. No one's got time. We're all learning and busy, completing classes and doing assignments. Let's see how we are doing over here. I do apologise for the lag. It is a slight issue of the game. It's incredible what they've managed to do with this game, but unfortunately, when it gets a bit too exciting, it can cause a bit of an issue. Career goal completions are flooding in at the moment, to say the least, which is brilliant to see. Objectives and career goals. Let's bring these up. 50 kudos there. We're going to claim that. We're going to claim that. Do claim a few more. We are getting quite a bit of kudos from all this. Plenty of career challenges to complete. Got scientography, virtual normality over there too. We've completed a money challenge, a kudos challenge, and so on. So we are now up to 320 kudos. So we can go and spend some more of that in a minute. But at the moment, we are going to have a look at our libraries. These have been absolutely bustling. We may have a bit of darts, though. I love that. A really, really cool animation. Same over here with our table football. That is some intense table football. We are going at increased speed. Level 14 campus. We are really, really improving at Freshlow Meadows in year number 3. Nerdy Nut, please, please go and have a shower. Please. I know you're gross, but I know you got poor personal hygiene, but please, Nerdy, go and have a shower. What a name, though. What a name. Too busy learning. Bit of a nerdy. Too busy learning and forgot to go and have a shower. What is happening over in our scientography class at the moment? And this, I do believe, is that Piper. No, it's not Piper McGuffin. We have got some very similar students. I was looking for Piper McGuffin to see, because we've got there in one of our classes, which was going to be graduating at the end of this academic year, but using the ray over there. When you go 3 times speed, it is pretty cool, because unless you're just waiting around for stuff, I do enjoy doing it like this. You can see Momentum Marbles over there hitting our sphere with a hammer. This does not get old. It's really fun stuff. We got in our virtual normality lab, of course, a B over here, which is great to see. A B plus over there, another B plus, another B plus, an A and an A. We are really, really improving in terms of grades. Don't need a Raven lamp, mate. I really don't think you need that. A DNA poster now. We're not going to go for that. I gave you a cell poster. You do not need to know about deoxyribonucleic acid. I do like a bit of biology, to be honest, so yeah, but we still got a cell poster over there. That will certainly do. This is more chemistry, I think, with the labs at the moment than it is biology. Biology, personally, my favourite of the 3 sciences. I'm sure you guys probably don't care, but I do like a bit of biology too. Working over here, there's actually quite a cool table. I'm glad I purchased it, you know. We've got our microscope over here. This is our biology going on. And then, of course, we've got our momentum marbles over here. That's going to teach you a bit about chemistry. I mean, not for chemistry, physics, I do suppose. 32,000 in March year 3. Fantastic to see. We are making quite the profit these days at the moment. If we head over to our 3rd building, the canteen hasn't been all that busy. It really hasn't been that busy at all over here. I'm really, really concerned about some of our plants. We need to get our janitors over here to try and sort some of these out. I don't know if we have enough janitors. Judging on the amount of plants we have around our campus, we are going to go ahead and hire another janitor or 2. We are certainly still making a comfortable monthly profit to be able to do so. Kelly, eruption. We don't have a spewing lava all over the place. We're going to go with Marvin Roadkill, Rapid, Dry Mouth, Weak Bladder, and a Dirty Snake. Not exactly what we want with Dry Mouth, Weak Bladder, and Dirty Snake. I'm sure he'll be living next to vending machines, but we are going to need a few more janitors. Another one we're going to go for. We are going to go for Nigella Gherkin, Kelly Eruption. She might have spewed out lava and trying to burn the rest of her competition, but Nigella Gherkin, she survived. She might be gross, But she just started off with a can of burp. That's what we love to see. You can get going. I'll just throw you onto the grass and you can find some plants to go and water. Because in our main building, our plants are looking fairly decent, to say the least. At the moment, learning over here, completing assignments, which is actually really cool that you can complete assignments in the classroom, unsupervised, without a teacher. Even better, isn't it? Clown truck, we're not having that, I'm afraid, mate. And we are not having a veggie kiosk. I've got 4 different kiosks. I know you want something healthy, mate, but you should be living off food from Iceland, really. If you're paying these university tuition fees, I can't see you being able to pay for a veggie kiosk and all the wonderful food inside of that. At the moment, we have, again, our libraries jam-packed with students. They're trying to complete their assignments, homeworks, and hopefully picking up some very strong grades. A B there. That's what we love to see, to say the least, as we head towards May in the academic year. Currently in April. No classes at the moment. Are our students over at the canteen? Not really. It is a lot quieter in this building. I'd love to see some students utilising, we've got a smoothie stand and, of course, a hot dog stand over here. Our assistants are in them. Come on, let's actually use them. There we go. Gonna get a smoothie over there. And he is just showing the size. What a cool animation, to say the least. I love the animations. Watering the plants. And judging on the rain at the moment, I don't think we need to water the plants. Fancy hat stand. No. Monthly profit, that is still pretty decent. We did hire a couple of janitors. That has gone down a tad. Virtual normality bookcase, we are going to unlock that for kudos, and we are going to have a look at placing one of them or two. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here, we're going to sell a couple of these, and then we'll do the same on this side, and we'll have a look at some of our virtual normality bookcases that we can go ahead and place. We'll have a look at them. There they are, 6,000. Not exactly cheap, but if they're going to help our students, they are certainly worth it, to say the least. We'll place them over there, and we'll do the same over here. This should certainly help them with their assignments and, of course, their virtual normality course. And there we have it. We have nicely completed both of them. Invalid items, apparently, which I'm not entirely sure what that is, unless it's because I've gone and placed one in here. We'll just get rid of them, and then we do not seem to be able to make this work, which is slightly annoying at the moment. There are a couple of minor glitches, or just sometimes things that don't really make sense that could be a bit smoother. But it's all right. There we go. That's nicely sorted. And then we'll do the same over here. We'll add a couple more of our virtual normality bookcases, so whichever one of these two libraries you're in, you will not have an issue learning about virtual normality. I wonder if they have this for our scientography class. We'll have to wait and see. You're still not having a flat flower planter. I don't know if that's someone else. Maybe we've got a load of budding botanists in our campus, but I really botanists, of course, plants. But I really don't think we need to splash the kudos on that. Over here in our scientography class, once again, some purple goo. I wouldn't eat that, mate. I really wouldn't eat that. It might look like candy floss, but I'm not sure it is. Look at that virtual normality headset, and we've got them over here, and our virtual normality chairs. He is currently driving a car. To be honest, virtual normality seems more like playtime than it does learning, but I'm sure they're learning at the same time. Our poshos over here walking like all poshos do. 2-player arcade table. I'm not spending the kudos on that. We want to save some kudos, because I do believe that is transferable from one campus to the other. I may be wrong with that. I hope I'm not wrong, unless we're going to have to start from scratch, really, aren't we? Heading into Piazza Lantrana, our second campus. Record rug. Do I want to give you a record rug? No, we're not doing that, mate. We are not doing that. We are going to save up for some more important items. Anything happening over here? Seems we've got 2 students over near the darts. You're going to play some darts or not? And I do feel a bit sorry for you, mate. No one's playing with you there. Got to have a bit of table football, haven't you? Some darts over here, though, and I do believe that is not Wolfric. Which one have I got is that? Mort Malarkey. How are you doing? 87% on scientography. You're 2 out of 3. Very solid. And a learning rate of 150%. That's fantastic to see. Statement in May, 27,000 as a profit. We are really going well. Let's head back over all the way to our 3rd building. Let's see what's happening over here. Not too busy. We've got people running out who seemingly need the toilet. They haven't really realised that one is over here at the moment. Is that Wolfric? We're not going to look over the top of the toilet queue, because that is slightly weird, to say the least. However, that is Wolfric. How is he doing? Still 87% on year 3 out of 3. Let's push ahead. I think you've still got another class. Can we get you to that A+? That would be absolutely fantastic. That's what we want to see, isn't it? A+ grades all around. A plus over here, though. Fantastic to see in our virtual normality already. We only started virtual normality at the start of year number 2, so very, very solid to see that we're already excelling there. And then over here, we've got another scientography class about to begin our final classes of the year. Of course, now we're over here in our scientography one to see how our students are going to do. In terms of lecture theatres, you can also specify which classes can go to which lecture theatres. I'm not too bothered at the moment. You can use either, really. It's not a massive issue, so we're not really going to stop that. It's not as if we've got them all in a certain order in terms of we've got all of our scientography over here, so we might as well have our scientography lecture theatres over here teaching scientography. Pulpitation machine. 400 kudos. I'm going to unlock that because I think we could do with a few more options in terms of vending machines. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to have to sell our burp and our cheesy gubbins, of course. Gotta love your cheesy gubbins, don't you? And then we'll place the pulpitation vending machine over there. We do, of course, have morsel men. I don't want to splash the cash on that, though, just yet. We'll have 2 pulpitation vending machines over there. We'll have a look at doing the same, potentially, actually over here in the corridor. Walk in, grab an energy drink, and then you will be running over to class hyper, and then probably when you go to do your assignment afterwards, you'll probably be falling asleep on the table, but that's the life, isn't it? At least you're going to be working hard in class, potentially learning something then. Not sure about afterwards, but, you know, at least you're going to be able to do well, hope to get some good grades in the lesson itself. Campus level 15, everybody. Another 10 course points. Not that we really need them at this stage, but I'm certainly not saying no to 10 course points. I don't know whether it's a good idea to be placing a couple of these pulpitation machine vending machines in this part of our campus. Not entirely sure if that's what you want near the dormitories, but, you know, I'm sure we'll be alright. We shouldn't cause too much of an issue. And now let's just pick a class. Do we go virtual normality or scientography? We are going to go scientography and slow it down. And we are going to be watching one of our last scientography classes of the year, of course. Nothing going on over there. Not too much going on over here, but we do, of course, have a class. We are going to focus in, though, on this class over here. 30% of students are tired. That's probably what you'd sort of expect. That's not absolutely horrific. We'll have a virtual normality open day, hopefully attract some more students to our campus for year number 4, although we may not be playing year number 4 because it looks like we are heading to that 3-star campus in today's episode, and that will mean we will be heading over to Piazza Latra in episode number 6 of our series. I'm really looking forward to that. A gastronomy-based campus. That should be plenty of fun. Over here, of course, in our scientography lesson, we've got the rays going, we've got the oversized hammers going. He's about to start what I like to call the multicolored Bunsen burner. Look at those flames. They're probably burning some sort of weird metal onto this sphere at the top. No one bringing anything out the side there at the moment. Then over here, of course, our virtual normality into the VR platform. We've got some students looking at those headsets over there. And then, of course, we've got our computers over here. Let's continue along then, shall we, at our campus. This is going pretty well, to say the least. We haven't had a look at any of our lectures yet today. Let's go and look at a lecture. Got the clipboard out here, which is brilliant to see. Piper McGuffin, there you are. Oh dear, not what I was hoping for. B, 73%, 48% learning rate. Oh dear, Piper, maybe we should have spent a bit less time being a class clown than actually learning. You know, we need to be learning a bit more. That's not great, of course, teaching scientography over here. Got the microscope over there, and the same is happening in this lecture theatre over there. B plus and A over here. So, although Piper McGuffin might not be doing too well, although the rest of the class really is, which is fantastic to see. Duck hedge wanted. Wow. Well, actually, we're going to get it. We are going to get a duck hedge. I cannot believe I'm doing this. We're buying a duck hedge. But to be honest, it does look pretty cool. So we're buying a duck hedge. I don't know what has happened, but, you know, this is the game for us. We are buying duck hedges. Let's place those 2 over there. That looks pretty nice, actually. You know, we might have relationships blossoming between students. We've got better ones between duck hedges, which is what we love to see at the moment. And we are pretty much here at the end of the school year. I'm trying to find, of course, not our virtual normality students. They always spend time going over to the dormitories, never really too bothered about the actual virtual normality. which isn't exactly what they're meant to be here, but it's alright, it's alright, it's not the end of the world. We do need to find, though, Wulfric Half Moon. Don't think he's in a class right now, of course. No one really is in a class at the moment. If we can't find him, then we can't find him, but if we can find him, then that'll be better than not finding him, of course. That is pretty self-explanatory. Not Wulfric there, though. I do believe he has purple hair. Does Wulfric, quite a distinctive goth character. We've really followed him through, and there he is. How are you doing, Wulfric? Meeting up with Tessamania, and that is beautiful. We've followed this relationship between them. We haven't checked on it for a while, and that is what we love to see. Soulmates, romantic, level 4. Tessa, how is she doing? Quite low health at the moment, which isn't great to see, but look at that. Soulmates with Wulfric. She's 85% of the way, 120% learning rate. How are we doing, Wulfric? Are we 87% of the way, 126% learning rate? You two doing fairly well at the moment, getting some good grades, and great to see the relationships blossoming. I'm sure they'll still be together after their venture at campus and university, as we are now going to be completing our third year here. We've still got a few more classes going on, but for some, it is all over. We do... Oh dear, that is not... I won't look over the top. That's not exactly what I want to see. Toilet cubicle, and we seem to have flies orbiting that. We can have issues with overflowing bins. Well, today, our issue is more with toilets, not what you want to see. We do, of course, have some assistants in the smoothie stands. They like standing in those smoothie stands, don't they? Not standing in smoothies, but they do like standing in the smoothie stands, and we're pretty much here. The end of the campus year has arrived, and this is pretty much it for year number 3. How good is that? Our virtual normality open day students having fun at the moment. And we currently have an inspector in the campus, which is interesting to see. Not sure where they are, and not sure how they got in. That's not really great in terms of safeguarding, but no issues, no worries over there. Our library going well, and that is it. We are a 3-star campus. 10 students have graduated, and we have done it. Our reward is a light bulb statue. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but we'll be fine with that. A good amount of cash there, of course, 30 grand and 200 kudos, but of course, here we are, 3-star Frishley Meadows campus. We have achieved it, and quite an accomplishment too. If this were anywhere but 2 Point County, perhaps we wouldn't celebrate people doing their jobs with quite this degree of vim and vigour. But here we are. Thank you for the positivity, Tarquin Foxbridge, our education minister. But we have done it. 3-star rated campus here at Frishley Meadows. There's nothing really better than this. This is absolutely brilliant, to say the least. We have managed to go ahead and do it, making a healthy profit, of course. In July, we have quite the store of money, and that, of course, means that today, this will be the last episode before we head on to Piazza Lantrana, our second campus, and now we are here with the graduation year number 3. Our first 10 students who arrived at the campus are going to be saying goodbye to Frishley Meadows. What a year it has been. Let's get into it. Graduating 10 students. Brilliant to see. They should have a fantastic future ahead of them. By 59 continuing, a weird number, but thankfully no one has been expelled, failed, or dropped out. Our average exam results, 81%, very decent, and a pass rate of 100%, which we love to see. And we take King of Hearts, Frishley Meadows. That's beautiful to see. Total student relationships, 57. They have really blossomed in year number 3, and 10 kudos and 5 grand as a reward. We also take Campus of the Year award, exactly what we want to achieve once again. Average environment attractiveness, 84%, and we also have an average room prestige of 6, and 10 kudos and 5 grand as a reward. Frishley Meadows from 2 Point, taking that. Brilliant to see for ourselves. And our pass rate at 100%. We're taking 2 awards this time round. Absolutely brilliant, to say the least. And that is it for year number 3 at Frishley Meadows. There we have it. Great work. Frishley Meadows now boasts a first-rate academy facility. Head to the map from the pause menu and decide where to set up next. Well, decide where next to set up camp. Us. Very funny, of course. We had 10 students graduating. let's go and see some of them. Our very studious one over... Not a very studious one. Dave Rainbow. He is actually studious too, of course. Dave doing fairly well. He is graduating 83%. The result for him. Over here, already looking to get out of here with those silly graduation hats on. Piper McGuffin leaving with a B. Not the best. But I suppose it's good to see that she did manage to learn something somewhat in the end. And then over here we have some more graduating students trying to escape the school. Tessa Mania, 85%. Great work from her over here. Another student's one, it seems. Rapid, of course. Felix Colossus, an A+. Brilliant work, mate. Fantastic to see. And then over here we do have Wilfric. Oh, he has done fantastically well. Sad to say goodbye to you, but, well... Great to follow his story, and 87% in the end. I really do hope he continues to be soulmates with... I've forgotten her name now, which is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Was it Tessamania? Oh, wait. Nobel Model B+. She... Well, he doesn't... Yeah. I've got the wrong person. Randy Ferguson, 85% graduating this year. Fantastic to see. Great work from him there. And A+, 91% from Henrietta Belcher. Great work from her. And then over here, we have Kensington Goldswap A. That's very decent. 80%. 77% B+ from Multiplicity Nosh. Not too bad, but that's only year 2 out of 3, so plenty more to be able to be improved. Alf Panther, graduating with 89%, an A, brilliant too. And then Willow Weaver, our studious student, graduating with 90%, an A+, fantastic to see. And that is pretty much everyone who is graduating. I don't think I've missed anyone. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Of course, we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10 students graduating this year. Of course, we would have more campus requirements for the next year, but we have made our campus 3 stars, which is absolutely brilliant to see. So there isn't much more for us really to do but to say goodbye to our graduating students and, of course, say bye to the campus for now. I'm sure we'll maybe return here one day, look at our very first campus and the accomplishments here. But, of course, we are going to be heading over to what will be our second campus. Piazza Lantrana Open Day report went well. They should be future Freshly students. And there we have it. All of our graduating students are now leaving the campus. They are venturing into the next episode of their lives. Great to see you all, and I hope you all do well in the future with whatever you want to accomplish. But there we have it. We now just have our students left. That would, of course, be staying with us for the next academic year. We are going to move forward a bit. I do want to see potentially where the students are going to go now. Of course, we don't really have a time requirement, because once you reach the end of the academic year, you can actually just play for ages, and nothing will really happen. The students just go around and so on, which is pretty cool as you get ready for the next academic year, giving you a chance to... What we'd have to do is build another lecture theatre, another science lab, and hire another scientography teacher. We do not need to do that, though, of course, as we are not going to be moving on to year number 4 here. But why not have a tour? Why not have a tour of the whole of our campus then to finish off today's episode? Of course, we've got the exterior section here, and then we've got our main building, 2 virtual normality labs, 3 science labs, 3 lecture theatres, and a staff room in there in the end. Over here we have our 2 libraries. They've been very much used, to say the least, very recently, and our 2 student lounges. And then over here in the other building, we do, of course, have 4 dormitories. We have got our 2 shower rooms, a bathroom, or toilets over here, as we call it, and a canteen section. We also have a bathroom over here in our very first building. But that is pretty much it for our journey here at our very first campus, Freshley Meadows. What a campus journey it has been. We have really managed to make something quite stunning, in my opinion. It is quite the design. I really do like it. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comments section. But of course, we will be getting stuck into Piazza Lantrana in the next video. So that is pretty much where we're going to be leaving today's episode. We have seen students graduate, we have made it a 3-star campus, and there's pretty much nothing more for us to do now. So that's where we're going to leave it. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already. Please try to help me out so I can continue to make this content. And of course, if you want some more content, you can click on the next video in the series. You can click on a video or a playlist from the screen. But as always, I will be catching you all very soon as we head to our second campus, Piazza Lantrana, and then we'll be able to get stuck and deep dive into the world of gastronomy. But as always, I'll catch you all very soon with some more 2 Point campus content.